match.
main event time, big money, big pop. Every fucking collision feels like a big main event feel, dude. It brings me back to like the territories daddy, even though I wasn't there for
I
that.
don't know what you're talking
It just, when I watch that old shit of just when I go back and have watched in my years, I've just gone back and watched like weeks upon weeks of old territory shit, even old NWA shit.
about.
And
God, oh God, this is gonna be great because I'm gonna go the sit down spot, and you're gonna go. Listen here, this is why it worked this time. And you're gonna fucking go on for 5 minutes. I'm on the little
um
sit, and there I see your
but
brain
this
turning
match right
already.
here, man, this just reminded me of like an old school six man fucking, obviously they do the modern shit. But this was like, dude, if you're gonna have a six-man division, this is how you do six-man tags. The fucking House of Black were forced to do real six-man trios tag shit. Here's something else I'm gonna go off on. Motherfuckers who get mad at trios division. No, dude, that's what the word that makes the most perfect sense is trios division.
Yeah, you make it work.
Dude, it makes the most perfect sense, bro. Six-man tag doesn't make sense because tag team, oh, you're the six-man tag champions. Okay, do you have a team of six people who tag? Oh, is there six of you? Oh, there's six all people in the match. No, bitch. Tag team just means tag team. You're two people who tag in and out,
No,
right? That's
bitch.
implied. Trios, it should be called the Trios Tag Team Division, which I think it is. It shouldn't just be, or trios, I guess, works too, but trios is how you encapsulate. No, you're a trio of
That's
three
what comes
people
last.
on a team. That's all I'm saying.
Have
It
you
makes the
tweeted this
most sense. So
before?
so many people bury that, and it's like, no, whatever. Maybe that's rude of me, but it's just like, no, that's actually the
Wow.
fucking language you use for that. Anyways, though, the AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR and the Real World Champions CM Punk, CMFTR, yeah, take on the trios champions, the House of Black,
You
Brody King,
skipped
Buddy Matthews, and
skip
Malachi
some
Black.
shit.
Well, I'm just setting up the match, brother. I'm about to get there. You're gonna do it. You're gonna
Can you
step up.
address what happened?
You're gonna
Can
step
you
on my.
address what happened before the match?
You're gonna step on my lead, brother. You're stepping on my
No. Can you?
comeback. As good old
Can
Jr. would
you?
say, hairline. You're stepping on my
You son
comeback.
of a fucking bitch.
You're
All
stepping
right.
on my
What? I'm
comeback.
sorry. Fucking out. Sorry, guys. I'm out.
Yeah, so they
I'm gonna
took
hit the
on the House
bong.
of
Hold
Black,
on.
Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Malachi Black. But first, good old JR joins the commentary team for the match.
Thank you.
And as Jim Ross comes out, Nigel McGuinness stands up, gives the man his due, shakes that motherfucker's hand. And I'm so happy. I'm praying for you every day, JR. Just hope you stay healthy, brother. You bless us more than we deserve, even doing one match. If you came out for the
Hey,
main event of every pay-per-view, I'd be happy. But the fact you treat us to Collision right before every main event, good old JR comes out. Yeah, this is the best goddamn show in wrestling. So
uh,
this match was awesome, though. This reminded me like old territory shit, as I was saying. I love both of these teams. Now, House of Black, we give them shit for the shitty House of Black rules, but since they abandon it, I'm going, this is good stuff, man. And Malachi Black and CM Punk, they trained together at Duke Rufus MMA. They have in the past. And they have really good chemistry. The crowd popped insanely when they got in the ring together. And that's a match I'm looking forward to in the future. Malachi versus Punk for the real world title, Dede. I don't know, man. This is another great fucking main event for Collision. They always peak in their main event. I don't know, man. This is my show that I like to tune into. Besides obviously WWE. So, anyways, fucking House of Black won. They defended their titles. What did you make of this event or this main event here?
so like I told you off pod, they did that little sit down spot, and I was all like, "This is fucking stupid." I don't give a shit about the revival. I barely care about CM Punk right now. I sure as fuck don't care about the House of Black. Yeah, man. So I was just, like I told you with that fucking the Willow match. Only so many hours in the day, dog. I know you're gonna go. This is why the spot worked. Blah blah blah. And I'm willing to hear you out. It's not like that. But just for me, man, like I got better things than watching fucking Zelina Vega's mark ass husband live out his Bray Wyatt spooky shit with CM Punk.
Yeah, well, there was no Bray Wyatt spooky shit in this at all. And then, and not only that, No. The sit down spot, you just went hard on it off podcast. And I just responded saying, dude, it actually worked for me. Like that was like one of the only times I went, okay. Like, okay, when Malachi was in WWE and then he'd springboard off the rope, like if he'd knock the guy to the outside
Yeah,
and
I
then he'd
I know.
fake a
Yeah.
dive, do the backflip and sit down. I always liked that because I was like, okay, he's just like fucking around being cocky doing a head game, right? But when they just do the sit down and slap each other, I think that shit's so fucking stupid. But the sit down thing worked here because it was just hairline's gonna get triggered. The sequence leading up to that, the sequence of moves, the series of
Oh,
moves. Because what other word is it, right? The sequence of moves. Like even if it was MMA, I'd go the sequence of moves he used to get to that position. That's what you'd call it. Like like it was
hold
like
on.
Punk went for his head kick, Malachi blocked it. Malachi goes for his black mass wheel kick, and then Punk sits down to avoid it. And then that's when, and like Punk's known for doing the sit down promo fucking thing. So then that's when Malachi sits down to like play his little head game. And then they didn't just slap each other. Everyone else got in the ring. They immediately got up and squared off. And then they all started duking it out. I don't know. That's just like people being, if you can believe, if Ric Flair can do the Flair flop and you don't turn it off, you can't turn it off for that. That was less egregious than a Flair flop, you know? I've seen people in the gym, bro, go
Subjective.
duck a head kick and fucking fall on their ass. Like it's not, or eat a teep kick and fall back on their ass and sit there for a moment. It's not unbelievable to me. So I don't know. I like this. I thought they have such good chemistry together, and their strikes and like the barely ducking the strikes just looked very. I like guys who lay their shit in, and all of these guys lay their shit in. When Buddy Matthews and Malachi are doing knees and shit and kicks, they're fucking laying them in. Kenny doesn't even touch his knees in America. He came back from Japan. He doesn't even touch people with his knees anymore. Kenny Omega, right? And then you see like Matthews or Malachi doing big knees, and you see like Brody King, he lays his shit in. FTR, they lay their shit in. Punk lays his shit in. It's good work, man. This is wrestling. If I could watch these guys like Bullet Club Gold, all the guys on this show, if I could just watch them all the time on AEW, I'd be in heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing is like the spooky shit's only wrestling like this because they're wrestling fucking the revival and
So
CM
I
Punk.
ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. There's been no
Well,
spooky
okay,
shit for like 2-3 weeks. You know, they didn't even do the spooky graphics in the background. Punk's like, nope,